My fiancée said, "I need a break from you. I want to see what better options are out there." I replied, "Go ahead. Take your time." That same night, I canceled the venue, the photographer, and the wedding date. 2 days later, she called me crying, and when she found out who had already taken her place on the list, she completely stopped breathing. I'm 34, and until last week, I thought I was 3 months away from marrying the person I'd spend my life with. We'd been together for 4 years, engaged for 1. Everything seemed fine, or at least, I thought it did. We'd booked a venue, hired a photographer, since saved the dates to about 150 people. My parents had already paid their deposit for the rehearsal dinner. Her dress was being altered. We were in the thick of it, the part where everything's supposed to be exciting and stressful in that good way. Then last Tuesday happened. I got home from work around 6. She was sitting on the couch with a glass of wine, which wasn't unusual, but something about her posture felt off. Stiff. Rehearsed. Like she'd been practicing what she was about to say. "We need to talk," she said. I set my keys down. "Okay. What's up?" She took a breath. "I've been thinking a lot lately. About us. About the wedding. About everything." My stomach dropped. And I think I need a break from you." I just stared at her. A break. 3 months before our wedding. I know the timing isn't ideal. Isn't ideal? We're getting married in September. We've already paid for half of everything. I know, but I can't help how I feel. I've been having doubts. Wondering if we're rushing into this. If maybe I need to see what else is out there before I commit to forever. What else is out there? You want to see what better options exist. She looked down at her wine. I just need to know I'm making the right choice. That I'm not settling. That word. Settling. Like 4 years of my life, of our life together, was me being the safe option she wasn't sure she wanted. "How long have you been feeling this way?" I asked. "A few weeks. Maybe a month. And you're just telling me now?" I needed time to figure out what I wanted. I sat down across from her. Tried to process. "So what exactly are you asking for? A break? Postponing the wedding? Calling it off? A break? Just some space to think. To figure myself out. While you date other people?" She hesitated. "I don't know. Maybe. I just need to know if what we have is real, or if I'm just scared of being alone." I nodded slowly. Then I stood up. "Okay. Go ahead. Take your time." She looked surprised. "Really? You're not going to fight me on this? What's the point? You've already made up your mind. You want to explore your options, see if someone better exists. I'm not going to beg you to choose me." I didn't mean it like that. "Yes, you did. And that's fine. You're allowed to want what you want. But so am I." I went to the bedroom, grabbed my laptop, and started making calls. First the venue. Explained there'd been a change of plans. Asked about their cancellation policy. Lost the deposit, but at least we wouldn't be on the hook for the full amount. Then the photographer. Then the caterer. Then the band. She came into the bedroom around call 3. "What are you doing?" "Canceling everything." "What? What?" "Because you just told me you want to date other people. I'm not putting my life on hold while you figure out if I'm good enough." "I didn't say that. You said you want to see what else is out there." "That's the same thing. I just need time to think." "Great. Think all you want. But the wedding's off." She started crying. "You're being unreasonable." "Am I? You want a break to date other people 3 months before our wedding." "I'm being perfectly reasonable." I finished canceling everything that night. Called my parents, told them what happened. They were supportive but confused. Called my best friend, who said he saw this coming. Apparently she'd been weird around him at a party last month, asking questions about other guys we knew, who was single, who was successful. I'd brushed it off at the time. She slept on the couch that night. I could hear her crying through the door. Part of me felt bad. Most of me felt numb. The next day, she tried a different approach. Came into the kitchen while I was making coffee, looking softer. "Can we talk about this?" "What's there to talk about?" Maybe I overreacted. Maybe I just have cold feet. That's normal, right? Is it cold feet, or do you genuinely want to see other people? I don't know. Both. I'm confused. Then stay confused. But we're not getting married in September. Can't we just postpone? To when? Until you're sure I'm the best option available? No thanks. That's not fair. None of this is fair. You don't get to put our entire relationship on pause while you shop around. She left for work angry. I called my landlord. We'd been renting together for 2 years and asked about breaking the lease. Found out I could transfer to a different unit in the same building if I wanted. Started looking at 1-bedrooms. That evening, she came home with flowers and takeout from my favorite restaurant. "I'm sorry. I've been selfish. Can we please just talk about this like adults? We sat down. She explained that her best friend had recently gotten divorced, said she'd settled for her husband, wished she'd explored more before getting married. My fiancée said it had gotten in her head, made her question everything. So your friend's regret is now our problem? I asked. It's not just that. I've been feeling trapped. Like my whole life has been leading to this moment, and I never stopped to ask if it's what I actually want. And you need to date other people to figure that out? Maybe. I don't know. Here's what I know. I love you. I thought you loved me. But if you need to test the market to figure out if I'm worth marrying, then you don't love me the way I love you. And I'm not interested in being your backup plan. She cried again, asked me not to give up on us. I told her I wasn't giving up, she was. I just wasn't going to wait around while she decided if I was good enough. 2 days later, I moved into the new apartment. 1 bedroom, smaller, but mine. She kept the old place. We'd split furniture and belongings with minimal drama. She took the couch, I took the TV. She took most of the kitchen stuff, I took my books and gaming setup. It felt surreal, dividing up a life we'd built together. That afternoon, my phone rang. Her number. I almost didn't answer, but curiosity won. Hello. She was crying so hard I could barely understand her. You gave away our wedding date? What? The venue. They just called me. Said they wanted to confirm I knew the date had been released, and someone else had booked it. Yeah, I canceled it. I told you that. But someone already took it? Our date. Apparently. Who? How would I know? Find out. Why would I do that? Because it's our date. We picked that date for a reason. It was our date. Now it's someone else's. Someone who's probably not questioning whether their partner is worth marrying. She hung up. Called back 5 minutes later. It's your brother. I was confused. What about him? He took our date. Your brother and his girlfriend are getting married on our date at our venue. I genuinely didn't know this. I called him immediately. Did you book the venue for September? Oh man, I was going to tell you. Listen, the spot opened up and my girlfriend has been wanting to set a date forever. The venue is perfect and we couldn't pass it up. Are you mad? No. It's fine. The date wasn't doing me any good anyway. I'm really sorry about what happened with her. Thanks. Congratulations on the engagement. When I told my ex-fiancée it was my brother, she lost it. Started texting me paragraphs about how this was a betrayal, how he stole our day, how I probably told him to do it to hurt her. None of which was true, but she'd constructed this whole narrative where I'd orchestrated this revenge plot. I didn't respond to most of her texts. Finally sent one message. He didn't steal anything. We weren't using it. You wanted time to explore better options. He's marrying someone who doesn't need to explore better options. Seems like it worked out. She called me the next day. Calmer. I made a mistake. Okay. I don't want a break. I don't want to see what else is out there. I want you. Why? Because I love you. Because I got scared and stupid, and I let my friend's divorce freak me out. But I know now. You're who I want. That's convenient timing. What does that mean? It means you only figured this out after the consequences hit. After the wedding was actually canceled. After your safety net disappeared. That's not true, isn't it? When I called your bluff and actually canceled everything, suddenly you're sure about us. When you thought you could have your break and still come back to the wedding intact, you were happy to explore. Now that the wedding's actually gone, suddenly you're certain? She didn't have a good answer for that. And honestly, I continued, even if I believed you'd figured it out, I can't marry someone who needed to almost lose me to realize I was worth keeping. That's not love. That's fear of being alone. Please, we can go to counseling. We can work through this. No, we're done. She tried everything over the next few weeks. Showed up at my new apartment. Sent letters. Had mutual friends reach out. Her mom even called me, crying, asking me to reconsider. I felt bad, but I didn't waver. Here's what I learned through mutual friends. She'd actually been texting with an ex-boyfriend. Nothing physical, just emotional stuff. He'd reached out a few months ago, told her he'd made a mistake letting her go. She'd been entertaining the conversation, wondering what if. Her best friend's divorce had given her the perfect excuse to explore it. When I canceled the wedding, she'd apparently gone on a date with the ex. It went terribly. He was exactly as mediocre as she'd remembered. That's when she realized what she'd done. Too late. My brother's wedding was beautiful. September, same venue we'd booked, same weekend. I was his best man. Our parents were there, happy and supportive. His fiancée, now wife, is wonderful. They didn't need to explore other options because they were sure about each other from the start. My ex-fiancée texted me the day of the wedding. I should be there with you. I didn't respond. I'm doing better now. Dating casually, nothing serious. Focused on work and friends. Spent some of the money I'd saved for the wedding on a trip overseas. My brother jokes that I gave him the best wedding gift ever, a perfect venue on short notice. Sometimes I wonder if I made the right call. If I should have given her another chance, gone to counseling, tried to salvage 4 years of history. But then I remember how she looked at me when she said she needed to see what else was out there. Like I was a placeholder. Like I was good enough until something better came along. And I remember that when I canceled everything, she didn't fight for us. She cried about the consequences, but she didn't actually fight. She only wanted me back when the safety of having me as a backup plan disappeared. That's not love. That's convenience. I deserve better than being someone's backup plan. And honestly, she probably deserves to figure out what she actually wants before dragging someone else into her mess. My brother told me last week that she showed up at his wedding reception. Not inside, but in the parking lot. Someone saw her sitting in her car, watching people go in. Security asked her to leave. She sent me a text that night. I saw what I gave up. I hope you're happy. I am. Not in a vindictive way. Just in a peaceful way. I'm happy I didn't marry someone who needed to almost lose me to realize I mattered. I'm happy I chose myself over being someone's consolation prize. I'm happy my brother found someone who never needed a break to figure out if he was worth marrying. And yeah, I'm happy she had to watch someone else get married on what should have been our date. Not because I want her to suffer, but because maybe watching someone else commit without hesitation will teach her something about certainty and love and not taking people for granted. Or maybe it won't. Either way, not my problem anymore.